back to another episode of the Creative Culture Project Podcast. I'm Willie Thomas.
And I'm Cassidy Gibbs.
Yeah, and we are really excited to be here once again. I know we said excited a while ago, but we are at the CCP. For those who don't know what CCP is, it is the Creative Culture Project Podcast. Once again, make sure you check on social, make sure you check on all the other things that we have going on. She's going to be sharing some really good stuff. We got the TikTok rolling. We got that account made. So we're, like I said, really getting pumped about getting that out there to all of our creative culture crew that's out there, family.
Mm-hmm.
So, but today, really excited to talk about a session that you did at our summit, right? Not too long ago.
Yeah, for our school district. Yeah, we have a summit every summer, and I did a poster session. And so I guess if you're not familiar with a poster session, it was just a really quick, people kind of rotate around the room, check out the ones that they want to see, and then they just move on to the next one. So mine was over just review games and room transformations, just a way to get kids engaged. So yeah, it was pretty good.
All right, so room transformations. So you shared a little bit about of the different games that you had going on. You shared about the review game. So room transformations. Now, from what I understand, when I hear the word transformation, like Optimus Prime and the Transformers, you know, I don't know how accurate that was, but so we're talking about transforming your classroom, right? What's that all about?
I mean, that's really what it is. You basically are creating an experience for them when they walk in your room, whether it's big or small. It just really depends on, you know, how much you want to transform your space. You're creating that big memorable moment for them.
Oh, yes.
To really kind of, and it doesn't have to be just for review. It could be introducing a new topic that you want to cover throughout the week, but you want to tie it into something like some kind of theme. Basically.
I like that you said it doesn't have to just be a review.
Right.
Because I know when I work with teachers and I ask, you know, they're talking about doing things. Okay, is this coming at the beginning? Are we introducing a topic? Is it something that they are needing practice with? Or is it come at the end where they're demonstrating their knowledge? So I like that you just referenced that. It doesn't just have to be a review type of transformation, but to introduce a concept. And I think that hooks them in pretty good when they walk in and they see a whole nother atmosphere going on. So what are some of the examples that you did, or some of your favorite examples that you've done in the classroom when it comes to room transformation?
My favorite is glow games.
All right.
I mean, I know that one's a favorite even all over teachers, all over social media. It's really something that is extremely versatile for whatever subject, however need. And I just, I love it. It's fun because I mean, you get to go in a glow in the dark classroom for, you know, math that day or reading that day. And it's just a lot of fun.
So what do you do? So like you got a bunch of lamps everywhere. What's a glow game?
Well, yeah, we have these light strips, or I guess that's what they're called, but they are a black light.
Black light, yes. Okay,
And so there was about 3 of them around the room that I just plug in. And I just turn off all the lights. I'll use things that will glow in the dark, like certain papers and things that I might use as decorations, and glow sticks.
The glow sticks. All right. So anything that glows.
Yeah, highlighters are really good.
All right.
And so that's what we'll use as they're working, so they can see their work. Now, of course, once the lights comes off, you can't really see what they wrote, but that's not really what I'm looking for, you know, something for them to turn in. Unless you are needing them to turn in something, then you might skip the highlighter thing. But it just really depends on how you're using the transformation.
Well, I do like so we have some pictures here, like in the presentation. I can see there's some like glow in the dark tape. I know I think I've seen some people use some glow in the dark like golf balls and things like that.
Oh yeah.
As far as different games. So when you say games, so I like the Olympic games, so different stations and stuff that they're doing to complete different tasks that are content related.
Yeah. So the way I do it is I have anywhere from 6 to 8 different stations set up around my classroom, and I just pull different games that I mean, we're really lucky we have a library where we get to check out those resources that you were talking about. Thanks to Willie. Shameless plug there. But it is really helpful because I mean, you can really take any random games that you have, set it around your room, and those can be your stations. So mine are putt-putt, and some of the things are glowing on there. And the things that don't glow, we do have that glow tape or tape that glows in the dark. I'm not really sure, but we just taped everything with it. A
That's super
basketball
cool.
hoop that goes over the door. Um, we made a tic-tac-toe one time. We have a ring
Oh, okay.
toss with glow sticks. Um, Bowling was another one that's a lot of
Glow in the
fun.
dark bowling.
Uh-huh.
Okay.
Yeah, we just wrapped the glow tape
Tape around
around
the.
all the different
That's
things,
cool. I like that.
and I mean several other games. What is that one? I keep wanting to say hacky sack, but it's not it. Um, where you toss the beanbag.
I know America's gonna kill us, especially you, the Texas folks.
Yeah,
Cornhole,
cornhole.
cornhole,
Okay, I
cornhole.
don't know why I couldn't think hacky sack. That's a '90s
Hey,
kid.
that is you are standing on the corner, huh? With the
Showing my age.
yes. That
I
is too
never really
funny.
got the hacky sack down. Though,
Oh,
but,
you and me both. That wasn't anything that I was really good at.
yeah.
So you got the glow games.
Mhm.
What's another one?
Pizzeria, one that I use every single year, and I use it for fractions. Again, it's probably one you can adapt and change for whatever your need is, but this one is by far a classroom favorite every single year, and it's so simple. I dress up as a chef. I just put a chef hat on and an apron, and I play pizzeria music in the background,
Oh, okay.
and
Man,
I
you get
have
really creative with this one.
yeah, and then really the setup is super easy. Like
Mhm.
I don't even go completely total room transformation. I mean, I like to keep things simple.
Mhm.
Simple
Mhm.
but fun.
Mhm.
And so all that's on the tables is like these napkins, that checkered napkins, and that's little candles that like a battery operated candle.
I
So
like
it looks
that.
like a cafe.
It's like you made like a little like you said, a
Hmm.
cafe, a little
Hmm.
interactive cafe environment
Yeah.
that it really looks like. I mean, there wasn't a ton of material
Mm,
that had to go into this to make this happen. So
yeah.
as an educator, I think that's really great. And with our students, it's funny. It doesn't take a ton to
Hmm.
hook them in to provide a memorable moment for them to be going home and talking about that the
Yeah.
very next day.
Hmm. Yeah, this one's always been a favorite, and I even like get into character. I say I'm Chef Gibbs, I'm Mrs. Gibbs'
Mhm.
cousin, and they believe it. And the whole year they're asking, "Where's Miss Gibbs or Chef Gibbs? Is she
Chef
coming back?"
Gibbs.
And I'm, "Yeah, she's coming back.
I love that's
She's
how it's gonna
busy."
gets into it.
Yes.
Gets into it. That's that
So,
competitive spirit. Just, I'm gonna be the best pizzeria
uh,
transformation ever.
yeah,
I've seen let me see, Starbucks cafes,
uh
some
huh.
Chick-fil-A, some McDonald's,
The book
the
tastings.
book tasting. Yes, I've
Hmm.
seen a lot of those. So that's pretty cool. The
Yeah.
pizzeria. I think I saw another one of our primary teachers do that in her
Hmm.
classroom, but she did it with I don't know, if it was with like conjunctions or something like that, or something. It was an English thing. I'll have to take a look and
Hmm.
see where I can find that. But I thought that's
Yeah.
pretty neat.
I mean, for whatever you use it for, they're basically constructing a pizza.
Mm.
So the way I did it was they were had to in third grade they have to represent fractions different ways,
Mm-hmm.
whether that's in a picture, a model, a number line, decomposing it. They had to create this fraction of pizza toppings
Okay.
and then model it with five different fractions.
I
Or
like that.
so it's pretty cool. They
That
like
is
it.
pretty
It's
cool.
fun, and they turn out really really cute.
That is pretty cool. I like where like pizza box, see pizza boxes in here. Where'd
Hmm.
you get those from?
Those I do order off of Amazon. You can get a ton of them, like a stack of 50 or 100
Okay.
for a pretty decent price.
All right. I
So,
like that.
mhm,
That's what I've seen. I've seen procedural text they've done with this, where the students had to build the pizza
yeah.
and through that. And so yes, okay, that's where I've seen it at. So
Hmm.
lots of great ways to utilize the pizzeria.
Hmm.
Okay, I suck at that one, but that's okay. I'll get better at that. All right, so give us one more. What's one another one that you're
Okay.
like, man, I love this transformation in my classroom.
This one was definitely a favorite. This one was a newer one for me. I think I've done this one 2 years in a row now. And I did this one primarily because in our town, they are big baseball players here.
Yes,
So,
yes. Robinson is a baseball town
oh,
community.
for
Oh
sure,
yeah, oh yeah.
100%. And you always have a bunch of baseball players in your classroom. And usually, by the time I do this particular one, it's during baseball season.
Mm-hmm.
So, and I love baseball too. It's my favorite sport. I know it's not yours, but baseball
But I
all the
mean,
way.
nothing wrong with it. I just can't sit through it. No
Come
baseball.
on, it's fun. But so I just tried to tie in as if you were at a baseball
Okay,
game,
that's
kind
cool.
of. I mean, not 100%, but basically, I put them in the teams.
Mm-hmm.
They had certain teams like the Texas Rangers, the Houston Astros, and others. And so I assigned them to a team, and I didn't let them, pick their team because I wanted a certain people in certain groups.
I like
This
that.
one
That's
was
smart.
for a review for
Mm-hmm.
Star. So basically, they did with almost any of my review games. They're working together in a group to solve a question. They get the question right, then they get to move on. And so I had like a baseball field on the front of my room where my carpet normally is, and I had bases. And so they were trying to score as many runs as possible. So when they get a question right, they get to go to the next base. So they would move their little player, and all it was a piece of paper taped
Ah,
to a solo cup.
I
It
like
wasn't it
like you
wasn't anything
said,
special.
that competitive part in them. I
Yeah.
mean, for them that was pretty special. I love how
Yeah.
genius that was and simple that was.
hmm
So I
I mean,
like
I like
that.
to make it easy.
Mm-hmm.
And the setup for that was nothing. I mean, I had a slide that I created that had the questions already on it and had a baseball theme to it. I had my scoreboard. You can see in the background of one of those pictures. And so it was pretty cool. Now, the twist that I added to it,
Mm-hmm.
just to kind of make the engagement more than just trying to score as many runs as possible, was I had commercial breaks. Because when you go to a baseball game, they have commercial
Yeah,
breaks,
yeah.
and they usually will call kids out on the field. You do a little game, and you win a prize, or they throw things at you. I mean,
I love
I
that.
tried to bring the experience, and so we had different.
Can
I had
can
three of
can you
them.
share one of your commercial breaks? Do you
Yeah,
remember?
one of them was I had like a soft baseball bat,
Uh-huh.
and so I had one person from each team, and we would time them for a minute, and I had a bunch of like rolled up paper balls
Mm-hmm.
that I just smooshed up. We were just chucking them at him. And so he or she, as they were trying to hit as many of those paper balls within a minute. So
Okay.
it was
It was a commercial break.
hilarious to watch.
That's genius. I love that. I love
But
that you took the time to come up and create this environment for your kids
mhm,
for their learning. And I think too, it just shows that, like you said, you can still have fun and learn at the
yeah.
exact same time.
hmm
And it just takes just a little bit more on you to recognize, realize, especially taking it to, like she said, we're a big baseball town. So to play into what our students are into and some of their passions, I think
hmm
that caught their attention too as well and kind of hooked
Yeah.
them into as well.
hmm
So I like that. So what were you hoping to get out of all these reviews and room transformations and things when you
hmm
sit down to put this together?
Well, I'm just trying to make sure before we take a final assessment, is there any areas that we're still not doing as well in? And you can tell pretty quick in a review, what questions they're getting right away and what
Mm-hmm.
questions they're not. And that way I can spend a little bit more time on revisiting a skill before they take an assessment. That way I know for sure and they know for sure if they're on the right track before I have them take it. So,
So so they're playing and they're having a great time. You're checking skills. They're remembering these things and they're getting competitive.
mhm.
So how do you know for sure that they're not just out there just playing, just goofing off? Because I know everybody's out there. Oh, they're games. They're yeah. But
Yeah.
I mean, how do you know that learning is actually happening?
Well, I definitely set up some accountability expectations in the beginning, and I hold true to those.
Mhm.
And I tell them, like with anything, let's not make anything unfun. You say that so much to the point where they repeat, finish your sentences for you because
Mhm.
they know, like we want to have fun, but we're also here to learn. So we don't want to take advantage. So I think as long as you have those conversations with them in the beginning, it's going to go fine. Other things I've done before too to kind of hold them accountable is I'll just like that spinny wheel.
Mhm.
If I'm doing a game or if I'm not using the spinny wheel for something, I'll use it for other review games or transformations. And so I'll just randomly call a kid. I tell them it's random, but it's not really random. I'm watching the room and seeing who is doing what they're
Uh-huh.
supposed to be doing.
Uh-huh.
And I'll call that kid down and they get to spin the wheel for a prize. So it's either candy or it's like a little prize, like an eraser or a crock charm or something like that, something they want. And so they'll buy into that and you'll see them instantly working super hard in their group, knowing that they could get called.
I like
So,
that. The random, not so random
mhm,
choice
exactly.
choosing. Like
Uh-huh.
that's pretty cool. I
Yeah.
think it keeps them honest, and
Mhm.
that's the thing with all this, guys. Knowing that, like I said, you don't have to make things when it comes to reviewing, when it comes to introduction, when it comes to some type of boring, mundane task. Yes, we know we want them to learn, but we also want them to be, like you said, be able to retain their learning,
Mm-hmm.
enjoy what it is a learning, and then those conversations that they're having at the kitchen table at the end of the day about,
Mm-hmm.
are they going home talking about your lesson? Are they going home talking
Mm-hmm.
about what they learned today? So I
Yeah.
love that.
And you want them to enjoy their time too. I mean, you don't have to do something like this all the
No,
time. And,
yeah.
um, but every once in a while, just change it up.
Change it up, man.
Mm-hmm.
Keep it fresh. I
Yep.
love it. I love it. So that's what we do here on the Creative Culture Project. So like I said, all the
Mm-hmm.
creativity that just went into that lesson. And if you want to see more of her presentation and the things that Cassie shared when it comes to room transformations and review games, make sure you check down below inside of the description on YouTube, but also
Mm-hmm.
check the show notes as well. We'll have that all linked for you to as well. And be sure to reach out to her. Now, once again, where can they
Mm-hmm.
find you at?
You can find me on Twitter at Gibbs Third Grade.
Mm-hmm, mm-hmm.
And I'm always posting things on there, sometimes related to this or other things. So yeah, that would probably be the easiest way to reach out to me. But we're also on Instagram.
We're on Instagram,
Mm-hmm.
Facebook. We'll be seeing
Yep.
that stuff roll out there on Facebook too as well.
Mm-hmm.
And then, like I said, really soon, TikTok. Really soon,
Yes.
TikTok.
Yeah.
Well, guys, thank y'all so much for hanging with us and share in the comments some things that you've done too as well in your classroom, some of the review games, maybe some of the transformations that we can all learn and grow from each other. And remember, thank you so much for starting and creating that culture in your classroom. Because remember, culture starts with us and it starts with you. So have a great rest of the day, and we'll catch you next time on the CCP.